welcome. Good morning, all my followers, fans. Welcome to Real Soccer Talk. This is Shaku. I'm just making this video to give you guys a bit of the analysis for the games this morning, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Um, Pretty fascinating, actually, games that we had throughout the weekend, starting on Saturday, beginning with Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. I predicted that Aston Villa is going to win that game, and they did. 3-1 to Aston Villa, and brings them up to they were second in the table yesterday, with other games still had to play. And then we go to Brighton and Burnley. Brighton obviously win that game 2-1 as well. I predicted that. That's going to be a win for Brighton. And then Wolf and West Ham. Surprisingly, Wolf beat West Ham yesterday. That's pretty good for them after 20 games of the Premier League this season. They finally had their first win. They did really good last week when they play Manchester United, getting a point at Old Trafford, and then to beat West Ham. That's very impressive. So yeah, they win. I predict that game that West Ham is going to win that game, but unfortunately they didn't. So my prediction is wrong about that one. Now Arsenal and Bournemouth. I predicted Arsenal is going to win that game, but it's going to be a tough game for them. They did. They end up winning the game 3-2. Bournemouth fight back to come back to the game. But they did score 2 goals. But Arsenal did win the game. So Arsenal currently, they are 4 points. They're 6 points. They were 6 points before Manchester City played today. They were 6 points ahead of Manchester City in the top. Now, Manchester United and Leeds play today. Again, that my prediction was a draw, and it ended up being a draw. Actually, will end up 1-1 today. It was a pretty good game. Manchester United play much better than they play against Wolves the last weekend. But the game ended up at 1-1. Gives Leeds a point, and we had a point. So it's good. Tottenham, Sunderland. That game ends up at 1-1. I'm not really surprised about that because Tottenham has not been in good form in the recent weeks. So they're lucky to get a 1-1 draw at home. Everton and Brentford. I predicted that game to be Everton win, actually. But unfortunately, my prediction was wrong. It ended up at 4-2. Brentford beat Everton 4-2. It's surprising to me that Everton get beaten by Brentford. But then we go Newcastle and Crystal Palace. Newcastle won that game today by 2-0. And it was a pretty good game, actually, because Crystal Palace is a pretty good side. They play really well. Fortunately, they're not good enough. And Newcastle have some of their player back to boost their team. So they win that game 2-0. And then Liverpool and Fulham. Now, that's a game that somehow shocked me, somehow didn't. Because I was expecting for Liverpool to win that game comfortably. But based on the fact that Fulham, Liverpool tied a game last weekend with Leeds United, that 1-1 draw, and Fulham won their last game. So Fulham is not a really small team, honestly, but they did well. They fought back and they got a point out of that game. The Manchester City game, the last game of the weekend, the Manchester City and Chelsea game. With Chelsea not having a manager right now, they were they're pretty okay. Disorganized at some point, but City being City, they score in the first half, and then Chelsea score last minute of the game. So the game ended up at 1-1 uh, points each. So the table now, Arsenal is still on the top. Manchester City, uh, so Arsenal is still on the top. Liverpool got 34 points. Chelsea and Manchester United, they both have 31 points each. So Chelsea is on fifth. Um, Manchester United is sixth. So that's my analysis for this weekend. The table currently stands Arsenal have 48 points. Manchester City have 42 points. Aston Villa have 42 points. Liverpool have 34. And Chelsea have 31. And Manchester United have 31. So basically, the top six are up there fighting, except for uh, Aston Villa, who really not the traditional top six. But that's how the table stands right now. But this is my full um, match prediction for match week 20. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe our YouTube channel, Real Soccer Talk. And then TikTok, go Real Soccer Talk 25 on TikTok. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on our channel. I'll keep you posted on the following any games this week. We have a couple of other games coming on week 21. I'll be posting more updates on that. And the transfer window is also on. So we'll see what's the transfer market is going to be for most of the teams this window. Thank you for your support, and I'll keep you updated.